Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's mindfulness practice. Thanks for choosing to practice with me today. My name is Leanna. If you're new to my channel or new to the space, thank you for joining. And if you show up week by week, thank you so much for your ongoing support. I love to see this community grow. It makes me so incredibly happy. So thank you all for being here. Today, I wanted to bring you a floor-based shoulder opening sequence. So a really nice opening across the chest, a really nice release into our shoulders, into our upper back, and all grounded within the floor, on the floor. So I hope you enjoy it. You won't need anything for your practice in particular today. So just finding your space when you're ready, rolling out your mat, and we will jump right in. We're going to start today in a child's pose. So those knees can draw wide, toes can come to touch, and you can rest that upper body down towards the ground. I'd love for you to start here restorative. So really just allowing weight to come into those forearms, palms meeting the mat. And just noticing where that forehead is landing, whether it's meeting the earth or just hovering slightly above. You might like to take those palms to rest your forehead down if there's space. And let's start with a full round of breath. Deep inhale. Let your body fall a little heavier on your exhale. Good. Now, feeling into your body here, noticing how you are arriving and showing up, the energy that's coming forward, and tuning into what you need throughout this time. Maybe you can find your reason or intention that you'd like to set for your practice today. Whatever resonates for you, just allowing yourself a moment to connect here with this present moment here and now. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's take 2 more breaths. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Last round of breath here. Breathe in. And breathe out. You'd allow your breath to now settle in a pace that feels nice and supportive, one that feels achievable, and one that can guide you through your movement, your practice. I hope you enjoy this time and thank you for being here. Let's start to activate our child's pose, starting to tend through the fingers, imagining tennis balls underneath those palms, engaging the shoulder blades, allowing that chest to fall a little heavier towards the ground. Take a full breath into the back of your heart space. And a full breath out. Okay, let's take one more round of breath here. Good. Now keeping the tenting through that right hand, start to find lift through the chest, forehead reaches off the ground. Thread the left arm through to the right, finding a thread the needle variation in our child's pose, stance with that lower body. And so you might tiptoe those right hands a little bit more forward. Maybe it goes towards the left and you find that peeling of that chest open on the right side. As you reach that left hand towards the right, feel this rotation in the thoracic part of your spine, that upper back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good, let's take one more round of breath here. Good, tiptoe that left hand back, or that right hand rather, back in its neutral position, tenting through that side. You're gonna reach the left hand back to its place and just ground down through center. Let's take a full round of breath. Okay, now keeping that space between the left side and the ground. Find that lift, thread the right arm through this time to the left, taking that thread the needle shape. And then you might find that tiptoeing of that left hand forward and over to the right to further increase this rotation in the upper back.
Feel nice and heavy in that right side. Peel that left side of the chest open. Breathe into the thoracic part of your spine. Full breath in. Full breath out. Let's take one more round of breath here. Nice and slowly unraveling back through center, tenting through those palms. Notice if there's a difference here. Full inhale. Full exhale. Good. Now grounding down through the forearms and those palms. So to draw yourself forward to Sphinx pose, straighten through the legs, belly and hips meet the ground. Figure 11 shape with those forearms. Elbows are stacked here under your shoulders. Shine your heart forward. Slight engagement of the glutes. Draw the shoulders down your back. Kiss the shoulder blades towards one another. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Nice. Now staying here, start to bring that left arm on a diagonal. Hug that right knee in by your side, toes facing out. Half frog elevated in Sphinx. Now that left hand, or left arm rather, can stay on this diagonal, or you can shift it back with that elbow under your left shoulder. And then just allowing that right hip to sink towards the ground. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Notice this nice little back bend along your spine. Take a full breath in, shine your heart. Stay for the breath out. Good, one more inhale here. And then on your exhale, release the right leg back down your mat. And then we'll take that on the opposite side. So find that angle of the right arm for support. Hug that left knee in by your side, toes facing out. And then option is stay with that right arm on a diagonal or to find that neutral Sphinx position. And then slight engagement of the shoulder blades towards one another to feel that lift through your chest. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Nice. One more inhale here. And then releasing that leg back down on your exhale. We'll find Sphinx here, neutral. One more round of breath. Deep inhale. And then on your exhale, slowly lower to the ground. Elbows draw wide. Stack your palms, crocodile pose. Walk those feet to your mat edges. Give those hips a little shimmy into the earth. Just releasing the lower back, neutralizing the spine. Good. And then right cheek comes to the mat. Cactus your arms by your side. Kick that left heel towards your left glute. And then we're going to start to peel back onto that right shoulder. So coming to the side of your right body, left foot steps behind you. Left hand stays as a kickstand in front of your face for open wing. That left knee is pointing to the sky. You're peeling back onto that right side. Now that arm can stay bent at a 90. Maybe it'll feel better for you if the arm is more in a straight or diagonal position. So playing around with the shape on that right side. And then you can stay with that left hand as a kickstand, or if you have the space, you can find a half bind, bending through that left arm, reaching for your right hip crease, further increasing this chest opening, this shoulder opening. Shoulder blades drawing towards one another. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Good, 2 more breaths as you are. Last inhale. And then on your exhale, we're going to slowly unravel back to our bellies. So slowly meeting the ground, finding that crocodile shape, stacking the palms, resting the forehead down, and giving those hips a little shimmy into the earth, resetting between sides, relaxing through the upper back. And then we'll take that on the opposite side. So finding that cactus shape with the arms. Left cheek comes to the mat. Kick the right heel towards your right glute. And then at your own time, start to peel back on that left side. Coming to the side of that left body, right foot meets the ground. Good. And then depending on your mobility here in that left shoulder, you might keep that cactus shape, you can reach it out into a T. Maybe it finds a different diagonal. And then slowly falling a little deeper, maybe you find that half bind, bending through the right arm, reaching for your left hip crease. Shoulder blades drawing together. A nice heavy weight in that left side. This is a really intense shape. Open wing can really feel intense on that shoulder opening. So really taking your own shape here, finding your depth, your edge, and breathing into it. Good, let's take 2 more rounds of breath. Last full breath in. And then using your exhale to slowly unravel. Belly meets the earth, crocodile shape. Elbows wide, rest your forehead down. Hips shimmy into the earth, just noticing the difference here if there is one. Good, and then those hands are gonna stack under our shoulders. We're gonna draw ourselves to a tabletop. Once you arrive in tabletop, let's take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So breath in, belly drops, gaze and tailbone lifts. And then breath out, focus on those shoulder blades, rounding through the spine, tucking the chin towards your chest. 2 more rounds just like this. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. The last round here, really focusing on the shoulder blades towards one another on that inhale. And then drawing away from one another on that exhale. Good. Neutralizing the spine, keeping those hips stacked above the knees. Walk those hands forward, finding melting heart or puppy pose. Forearms meet the ground, forehead or chin meets the ground. And that chest is hammocking towards the earth. So also a really intense shape. So taking this at your own pace. If this feels way too intense of an opening, you can just release the hips down to child's pose. We're finding that heaviness in the upper body, keeping those shoulders nice and soft as they rest towards the earth. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more inhale. And then on your exhale, we'll all meet in that child's pose. Sink the hips down. Reach those hands back towards your heels, curling up into a shell shape. Giving those shoulders a break. Letting that forehead reach to the ground. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Last round of breath here. Good. Hands meet in front of your knees to help yourself upright to Virasana and kneeling seat. And then we're going to reach those palms high to the sky. Take a full breath in. Exhale, cactus the arms down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, shine your heart, seated cow. And then exhale, draw the elbows towards one another, tuck the chin and navel round through the back, seated cat. Breathe in, shine the heart, lift the gaze, arch the spine. Exhale, round through the back body, hug inwards. Good, 1 more round here. And exhale. This time as you breathe in, reach those hands all the way behind you, interlace the palms, option to grab hold of opposite elbows, and then push that bind towards the ground, squeezing the shoulder blades together, shine your heart toward the sky, maybe the gaze lifts. Take a full breath in. Breath out, bow over the legs, palms or elbows may start to draw away from your lower back. Allowing your forehead to reach towards the ground, shoulder blades squeezing towards one another. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Last inhale here. As you exhale, release the bind. Reach tall through the crown, finding length.
And then hands meet your shins, keeping the seat. Just gonna turn towards you. Let's use our next breath in to draw the shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, release them down your back. Let's take 2 more big rolls in this direction. One more time here. Good, and then we'll take that in the alternate direction. So rolling them back towards the space, then forward. 3 big rolls. Good, and then letting that go, maybe taking opposite rotations, just shaking that out. Now we're gonna close here in a seat. So softening your gaze to one point or closing your eyes completely. Grow a little taller through your crown. Hands come to rest over your chest, your heart, stacking one palm over the other. And feeling into your body, feeling into the shoulders, how your upper body is feeling here. Noticing the space that you've created, maybe the steadiness you've created in your breath and your mind. Just feeling into whether there is a tiny shift from the start of your practice till now. And then as those palms are pushing into the weight of your body, send in loving gratitude for making this time. And send in loving gratitude for the ability you have to move and breathe and to connect in such a way. And together we'll thank the past teachings in this space and ability to connect. And I thank each of you for letting me guide you here today and for sharing this time with me. Let's take a final deep breath in. And together we'll exhale and say namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that upper body release. My shoulders feel so good right now. I hope you're also feeling great. And yeah, let me know how that felt for you. And if you haven't done so already, I'd love for you to also join my channel. So please do hit the subscribe button below. Maybe you share this practice with someone who might also need a little reset and release. And I hope to see you again next time you're on your mats. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day.